The alert klaxons blared across Outpost Delta, the furthest monitoring station of the Galactic Coalition. Commander Trell's 4 eyes blinked rapidly in succession as he stared at the sensor readings. "Impossible," he muttered, mandibles clicking nervously. "Get me verification on these readings immediately." His subordinate, Officer Mick, frantically worked the controls. "Sir, verification complete. The signature is authentic. It's human technology." A chill spread through the command center. Humans, a species thought contained, neutralized, and largely forgotten after the Treaty of Proxima Centauri. Their defeat had been a cornerstone of Coalition history for over 80 years. "Which class vessel?" Trell asked, dreading the answer. "Sir, it's the Resilient Asterisk." The name alone caused the room to fall silent. The legendary missing supercarrier from the final days of the Human Coalition War, a vessel so advanced that the Coalition had devoted substantial resources to finding it, before eventually declaring it destroyed in the Rigel Expanse. Evidently, those reports had been premature. Admiral Jackson stood on the bridge of the Resilient Asterisk, her weathered face reflecting decades of determination. At 78, she was the last of the original crew. The others had either died or been placed in cryosleep as resources dwindled during their long journey through the uncharted void. "Status report," she commanded, her voice steadied despite the tension. Lieutenant Reed, born aboard the ship 27 years ago, responded promptly. "All systems nominal, Admiral. The Coalition outpost has detected us, as expected. Their communications show significant distress signals being broadcast to their central command." Jackson nodded, satisfied. "And our combat readiness? Weapons at full capacity. Shields at maximum strength. The advancements our engineers developed during our isolation have been fully integrated. We estimate our technological edge at approximately 30 years beyond current Coalition capabilities." The Admiral allowed herself a thin smile. For decades, the Resilient Asterisk had hidden in the darkness between galaxies, a mobile colony of survivors, scientists, and the children born during their exile. They had one mission: to evolve, to advance, and to return when humanity most needed them. "Send the transmission to Earth," Jackson ordered. "Let them know the Resilient Asterisk has returned." On Earth, High Commissioner Davis stared out his office window at the Coalition embassy dominating the skyline of New Geneva. For 80 years, humans had been protected members of the Galactic Coalition, a diplomatic term for subjugated allies. After their defeat, humanity had been confined to their solar system, permitted limited trade, and subjected to strict technological oversight. His communication terminal chimed with an urgent message marked with a classification code he hadn't seen in decades. "This is impossible," he whispered as he read the message. The Resilient Asterisk survived. Within moments, his office door burst open as Coalition security forces entered, led by Overseer Gant, the Coalition's primary representative on Earth. Commissioner Davis, the tall, gray-skinned alien, said coldly, "Your presence is required at Coalition headquarters immediately. A significant security breach has been detected." Davis straightened his uniform and met Gant's gaze evenly. "No, Overseer. I believe your presence is required in my conference room. It seems we need to renegotiate our arrangement with the Coalition." The Coalition Council convened an emergency session on their capital world. Representatives from 53 spacefaring civilizations gathered, their voices rising in panic and accusation. High Counselor Vex raised his appendages for silence. The human vessel Resilient Asterisk has reappeared after 8 decades. Initial scans indicate technology far beyond our current understanding. They have already neutralized 2 patrol fleets without casualties. They simply disabled our vessels and proceeded. Ambassador Lauren of the Arcturian Dominion leaned forward. The humans were defeated. Their military capabilities were dismantled. How is this possible? The Resilient Asterisk was their most advanced carrier, explained military advisor Kroll. It disappeared during the final battle. We assumed it was destroyed, but apparently it escaped to unknown space. Our intelligence suggests they've spent decades advancing their technology in isolation. What do they want? Asked a nervous representative from a newly admitted coalition species. High Counselor Vex's expression darkened. The liberation of Earth and all human colonies, the removal of all technology restrictions, and a seat on this council. Silence fell across the chamber as the implications became clear. The resilient asterisk now hung in Earth orbit, its massive silhouette casting a shadow both literal and figurative. At 2 kilometers in length, the supercarrier dwarfed the coalition vessels that maintained a cautious distance. Within the ship's massive hangar bay, Admiral Jackson prepared to descend to Earth for the first time in her adult life. Born in space, she had been just a junior officer when the resilient asterisk fled the disastrous last battle of the war. "Are you certain this is wise, Admiral?" asked Captain Torres, her second in command. "The coalition could attempt to capture you." Jackson checked the sidearm at her hip, a weapon that utilized principles of physics the coalition had yet to discover. "They can try, Marcus, but I suspect they're too frightened to attempt anything rash." As her shuttle descended through Earth's atmosphere, Jackson reflected on humanity's journey. The coalition had expected humans to remain obedient, grateful for the mercy shown after their defeat. They had fundamentally misunderstood human nature, the indomitable spirit that turned isolation into innovation, restriction into resolve. The shuttle landed in the central plaza of New Geneva, where Commissioner Davis waited alongside coalition representatives. Crowds of humans gathered behind security barriers, their expressions mixing hope with disbelief. As Jackson emerged from the shuttle, the crowd fell silent. Then a child broke free from her mother's grasp and ran forward, stopping just short of the Admiral. "Are you from the stars?" the little girl asked. "Are you here to free us?" Admiral Jackson knelt before the child, aware of the historical weight of the moment, of the cameras broadcasting across Earth and to thousands of worlds throughout the coalition. "Yes," she said simply. "We have returned, and humanity will never be chained again." Behind her, the silhouette of the resilient asterisk was visible in the sky, a promise and a warning to the galaxy that had underestimated humanity's resolve. The Galactic Coalition would never make that mistake again.